Hello, everyone. This is RHHF podcast. You're welcome to the last podcast in 2023. With me is Toby and Faith, and we'll be treating the topic 2023 so far, health horizons and corporate growth. Hi, Toby. Hi, Faith.
Hi, Bimbola.
How have you been?
Yeah, I've been fine. We thank God.
I hope you're doing well.
Yeah,
All right. So before we jump into anything, how's the year been? Has the year treated you? Because I have a lot to say, so I don't know about you people.
Wow. I think that's a very big question. Thank you so much for that. I would say 2023 actually started on a good note.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's actually because I had a plan before entering 2023, on how I'm going to actually um work around achieving my objective and goals. Personal, I think the first aspect there is my own personal growth. Yeah, because I need to be very sincere. One of the reasons why we actually join organization is so that we can actually grow as we're also impacting the organization. So I had a goal in mind, and then also I had an objective also to achieve within the organization. So during our last year retreat 2023, the annual work plan that we did actually helped in tailoring and channeling my energy to some specific areas. So for me, it has been a very fruitful year. Yeah.
I think that's quite similar to mine.
Okay.
So there's this thing we do at home before we go to the new year, which we kind of write our goals, then we read it to the family members, and that's kind of something I did. So I had this about 10 goals, 15 goals I had to fulfill this year.
Mhm.
So I think that was also the same thing. So you should have a goal before you come to a new year. So I had that also in mind. But
Okay.
2023 so far has been always I've always wanted to push towards achieving those goals. So I always want to achieve this. There are actually some things to not, I've not tried.
Yeah.
So, but I think everybody too can understand that there are some things we still have to work towards to get better. So that's things like that.
I think it's very nice to hear from two different people that 2023 has been nice because for me, like they say, you will not see shaggy, but it has been. I think I'll just pray harder for the new year. I think let's just say that because 2023 for me, work wise, was good, very good. I would say academic wise, good. Growth, but life life happened.
True.
Yeah, a lot happened, and we're just grateful that we are here, and it's a privilege to be here. We could be dead. At least you can be grateful for life. Yeah, so it's nice that we had growth in our work life, and we can just keep pushing forward. Yeah, we can just keep pushing forward.
Exactly.
So we all know that the reason why we work here is because RHHF is health based. All right. So what would you say that is the new thing that we've done, probably program wise, in the health sector? What is the new thing that we've embarked upon? What do you think is spectacular that RHHF has done in 2023 health wise? Please.
Okay, so I'm going to speak from the project aspect of what we've done in RHHF.
Okay.
So, as we know, RHHF we are an organization that, we want to go to vulnerable communities, to the rural areas, and be of help to those
People.
that are in need of our help. So, in terms of projects, or in terms of the new things I know RHHF had done this year, is, having new projects to work on. And for example, is the one I was on, that's the seasonal malaria chemo prevention and the I-10 project. So we did that for 2 months, and the project was about distributing mosquito nets to all households in Kwara State. And we were, we were given the assignment to sensitize the community members, to meet with the community leaders, traditional leaders, union leaders, to tell them about the mosquito net, how to use it, and so many things. So I think as a major core of what RHHF is for us to provide help to the rural area. So for us as an organization. I think the new thing that have been added health wise is being of help in that area. So I would say in the new project kind of area. So
Well, I wouldn't say, I think that you're very right, but I wouldn't say that the net distribution thing is new. I think it's a strategy, just
yeah,
as you said. I could see the zeal and zest in our colleagues when they were sharing the nets and everything
I
like that,
would
especially if malaria has dealt with you, because malaria did deal with me in 2023.
I would commend the team though because we really
Mm-hmm.
tried our best in distributing, showing the community members how to use the net, even going as far as bringing nets, our personal nets to distribute to demonstrate how to spread the net. So I think the team really worked so well with that.
Thank you very much. Toby, she has spoken about the new
Yeah.
incentives that we took upon ourselves. You were talking about goals at the
Okay.
beginning and how you were able to achieve your goals. You know, how would you say your personal goal in any way clashed with achieving organizational goals? Would you say there were obstacles? How would you say it went? It's obvious that we can say things went well, but realistically, how did it go? Your personal and organizational goal.
Yeah, that's actually a very big one. Yeah, actually, the truth is, um, for you to be able to actually achieve a particular goal, for you to actually climb a new climax as per your desires and your objectives, definitely there will be obstacles you'll have encountered. Yeah. Even after you've planned, I think the most difficult thing is to follow through. Yeah. Even if there are no difficulty, coming from anybody. So, but as it was, I'm using that word because why starting this year? For me, I wouldn't really say my personal goals clashed with organizational goals. So, but the only challenge was there are times when probably because there are some certain courses I wanted to take that I felt would actually help to improve, the overall objective of what we are trying to achieve. So, but because probably of some a certain way, some the pattern that we are used to, so people breaking out of that shell, because I could remember there was a particular time I was telling the people, some of the finance people that were working together, I saw a particular course and it was free. And when I checked out the course, it was very, very loaded. I tried sharing with people so that people too can, take one or two things and then, but I think because people just felt, trying to learn something new, even though it's NGO related, that we are not really using now as it was, is not really needed. And that's a big discouragement for me. Yeah, because there is a lot of things you can learn that you might not need there. You might don't let us say maybe saying that we're even living at HHF. It might be that maybe when you go for an international conference or you're in a group of some certain set of people, just providing solution based on those things can actually go a long way in even helping the organization. So my major challenge for me was it was difficult to follow through on the things that I felt were important and then doing them. So at some point, I had to focus on some things that were very important. For example, my certifications. So that one was very important. So then the other things as per, okay, there's a course we call FMVA, Financial Modeling Valuation Analyst. So it's majorly into finance aspects, modeling, projection and all those things. We are not really doing it here, but because we are a growing organization, I believe a time comes when these things will be important. So, but learning all those things now and then incorporating them into what we are doing is a challenge. And when it is a difference between when you learn something, if you learn something and you are not actually using that thing, you might end up even forgetting that thing.
True.
So for me, those are my challenges that I face. But as per the organization goal clashing with my personal goals, I'm not really sure that one happened. Yeah.
Very good. As you were speaking, I was just playing it in my head how I had like a journal and I had written several things I wanted to do in 2023. New Year goals. Mind you, I'm not writing any New Year goal for the next. No, it doesn't work. Once you write them like this, they become humongous. They look at like things that you can't achieve. But for me, maybe this is just my perspective. This is how I do it. I know what I want to be in the new year. You know what you want to be. You don't have to write them down.
Exactly.
And we know what we're not going to do. We know that even if you write it till tomorrow, if you will not do it, you will not do it. So that's how I see it. I see that I think when I can say I had a little obstacle with trying to meet personal goals and organizational goals this year. I can say it because time is a thing. You need to put in your work hours, and your work hours are your work hours. You're getting paid for them. So you can't say because you have personal goals, even if they will eventually help you during the work, you need to put in your hours because they will tell at the end of the day. So I kind of very much understand you. And sometimes when you're projecting into the future and you're trying to do things now, sometimes you're not seeing the reason why you're doing those things now. But in future, they matter.
Yeah.
They do matter. So thank you, Toby, for answering that question. We have our colleagues from the Bay States who would also be answering certain questions. Can you tell us how has RHHF helped make healthcare better in Africa? And also, can you please expatiate on how the strategies that it has used, that RHHF, has used to carry out its objectives on health in Africa?
Thank you so much, Abimbola. So for RHHF, we have integrated health facilities in Borno State across, we have in Jire, we have in MMC, and we have in Konjuga LGA of Borno State. And these integrated health facilities, they provide sexual and reproductive health services for the community populace, which includes men and boys. They are included in these our services. And also we have the one-stop center that provides holistic care for GBV survivors across the Bay State as well. We have in Mobi, we have in MMC, and we have in Potiskum, Yobe State, and Mobi Adamawa State as well. And this provides holistic care for GBV survivors, which includes medical services. So the availability of these facilities in this state has really enhanced the provision of holistic care for community populace, which has improved the accessibility and also the service delivery, which surrounds the sexual reproductive health services, that's the family planning, the postnatal care, antenatal care, provision of STI and HIV services, and also we have the treatment of illness, which includes malaria, typhoid, and all of that. And also when it comes to the one-stop center, we provide the clinical management of rape, which is a timely response to rape survivors to eradicate some of the diseases to which they will be exposed to as a result of rape, which includes like HIV, hepatitis, syphilis, and also pregnancy as well. And also through the CMR, we provide we collect forensic evidences for people that want to pursue legal services. So this has really enhanced the availability of these services to the community populace. All of these services are free, and they provide timely and emergency response to the community populace as a whole. The provision of labor and delivery services at the integrated health facilities has reduced the mortality rate for pregnant women, because they now have access to timely response, timely intervention, because the health facilities are there, and we have the nurses that provide services in these health facilities. We have the midwives, we have the CHU, we have caseworkers that provide services for GBV survivors as well. So this has really enhanced the rate at which pregnant women give birth safely in the communities where these our health facilities are located. And we are grateful for that, for our donors that has really helped and has been supporting in making these facilities to be there to provide holistic and timely responses for the community populace.
How did you work on your goals within your job description in the organization? I know it's a thing where we have job descriptions when you're coming in and you're being employed. Please, can you expatiate on how you were able to work on your goals, on the achievement of your goals within your job description? And in your experience, how does a helpful or supportive environment at work help people reach their goals, be it personal or organizational goals?
You, Abimbola. We all know that a happy workplace increases productivity. Supportive work environment always makes employee to feel valued, empowered, and motivated to perform at their best. In my experience, without supportive work environment, you will not ever achieve any of your goals. But I have been lucky to work in a supportive environment where there is safety and all the rest, so which have already made me to achieve my goals. And also the team I have been collaborating with have always been helpful to respond whenever they are called upon. Thank you.
So before we go, Toby and Faith, can you let me in on any new thing you'd like to do for 2024, Faith?
Okay, 2024. Okay, something I would like to do more in 2024, which I did not really achieve in 2023. It's working on okay, there's this initiative I have. There's this thing I have. There's also kind of what we do at work and just putting it out there because I love the community work aspect and I also want to be involved in that kind of thing. So I was not really able to achieve that in 2023. So that's what I would like to expatiate more on in 2024, to be part there, to be out there, to raise my voice, to know that I can be this person who can give voice to other people too out there. So that's what I want to expatiate.
It's important to continue to be advocates, and I hope you're able to achieve that. Toby, any new thing?
Yeah, actually, as I've said earlier, this field, finance, is a very broad field. Personally, I can't really stay in a place where, in the space of 1, 2, 3 months, there's no new thing I've learned there. I can't stay there. So that's why most times we just find a way of pushing ourselves. Some of these things we achieve is not because we have more time. Yeah. So sometimes it's because we just have to do this, and because we made ourselves accountable to a group of friends that are also pursuing that same goal. So there's a way we just call ourselves, how far have you gone on this? So you'll be motivated to actually do more. So for me, looking at where I am now, I think I still have a long way to go. So personally, I'll be looking at, I'm trusting God that God will help me with my certification this year. So I want to start looking into other aspects as per that financial modeling, valuation analysis. I really want to go deep in that aspect. So, and then also I want to strike a balance as per the things that are on my job description, and then the things that are core that I need to do. I shouldn't be saying this because you're expected to do everything that is in your job description. So, but as it is now in other departments, we are trying to fine tune a whole lot of things. So there are a lot of things that are not yet in shape. So if we really want to focus more on the things that are on the job description now, there are a lot of things that will not be.
Hurried.
Yeah, so that's why when I mean focusing on the things that are corner, that doesn't mean I'm not trying to focus on the job, but there are some set of people that I'm going to 2024. I'm going to work more with, which includes you.
I know.
So 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 all right. So the thing is, I'm trusting God that this year retreat that we're going to be going is going to be more productive. So the annual plan will not just be the paper one. So there are a lot of things that, because I think the major challenge you're having is that so many people are so busy. And I said this thing. I said this thing one time ago. I said we are not individual department or unit. If you are seeing us like that, we are not going to actually achieve our corporate objective. As it is now, the sorry, what's the name of the department again? Communication department. They are so important that without them, there are a lot of things, even if finance have their own money, there are a lot of things that the organization want to achieve that will not be possible. The programs are so important that even if they know how to do everything, without the procurement department, they won't be able to actually achieve their goals. And that will actually it applies to also the admin department. So my point is, I'm trusting God that we are going to come to a point where we are really going to see this synergize as a word, as a body, not finance. Because that, to me, that's the way we are seeing it even till now. And if we can actually work on this, it will really help us a long way. So I'm trusting God our 2024 retreat, to be more productive.
I love the fact that your personal goals eventually fell into your organizational goals. It's very beautiful to hear. Faith, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to add to what you were saying about certification.
Yeah.
That it's also very necessary that we, like me personally, apart from the fact in my department, trying to work on my department, I think 2024 too, I would also be able to, go to other departments and know what they are doing. I think of the time I came to audit,
Yeah,
trying to,
audit training.
and I tried learning some things, and after a few while, I still left again just because the department too I'm in, we are giving,
Yeah,
there's still work coming in,
exactly.
work coming in. So if there is that space for us to just go to this, go to the audit department, go to procurement department. I think for me that's a goal for me to be able to go through all those aspects and learn from everyone in the organization.
Still boils down to synergizing and poking your nose in things that will eventually help the organization. Thank you so much for coming. First of all, this is the last podcast for the year. So I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas in future and a very prosperous new year. I hope that what we've spoken about will not be just theory and that we'll be able to bring them forward as evidence in the next year. There's a difference between talking, just as I said, and bringing them to life. Again, I still don't believe in writing down New Year resolutions. Say it to yourself, affirm it. The things you want to do, you eventually get to do. And most importantly, I pray that we have the life to bring out our dreams and that we're not called dead at the end of the day. All right. So that's the end of our podcast. Like I said, and I'll keep repeating the last one for the year. And we hope to see you in the new year. We hope to have good tidings. We hope to have blessings for the new year. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Please don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. Also, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.